Steve.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, so today we're gonna jump in, and we've already done the warm up. We're doing some stretches, got you nice and loose.
Feeling good, yeah.
So we're gonna get to do some dumbbell hang cleans to push press.
Okay.
And what it is, it's gonna work your shoulder complex right here, your rotator cuff, as well as some of your traps as well. And the reason I'm doing this because you want to run your 5K and to strengthen up your shoulders, because when you're going to be running in proper form, you do use your arms for momentum.
Correct.
So what we'll have you do is take these fives. You'll start with your hands both pronated like this by your side. You're going to raise your elbows up until they're level with your shoulders, and then you're going to turn and push to the ceiling, and then come back down the same way, and that'll be one. Come up to elbows, and then turn, and then push. And then come back down, like that.
How many did you want me to do?
10 reps.
10 reps.
This will be 3 sets.
3 sets, all
We're
right.
gonna take a little small break in between the sets. All right, now try to spread your elbows more far outward, like this, and your forearms down, like that, and now turn it. And now push. Yeah, there we go. Try to keep those elbows like straight down. You're coming up like this, and then you're turning it. Turn it, yeah. Flare those elbows up. Like we'll pull up with your elbows first, like pull the elbows to the ceiling. You know what? Pull your elbows to the ceiling. So just one, then you turn it.
Turn.
Yeah, push.
Push up.
You come down and then turn.
Turn.
And then lower.
This is a workout.
Okay. All right, that's 10. You can take a break. All right, we're gonna take a 30 to 45 second break.
All right.
And then we're gonna do 10 more reps. And then we're gonna take another 30 to 45 second break, and then the last set until cross.
So with what I was doing, what was I doing wrong?
You were more so along like pulling with your hands, like to your sides, instead of like keeping them outward. And just think of like you have strings on your elbows, and you're leaning, and somebody else is pulling them for you, like pulling them up to the ceiling. You know.
So did you want me to be in more in a forward posture?
You don't have to be, but you can. It depends on your limitation, because you can get an impingement right here depending on where at you're leaning over and like where you're like how your anatomy is. Yeah. So it's like if you feel like more comfortable, a little bit more comfortable leaning over like that, and then you turn and you can raise back as you push up, you can do that as well. All right, we're gonna start on our second set now. We'll just keep them like this and elbows, yep, and then turn and then push. There you go. One. Good. Very good. Good. 4. All right, and try to remember to keep those flared. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Good. Good. Probably gonna feel a little burn.
Yeah, I feel it. Definitely.
One more. Good, good. Okay, now we're gonna take a break. Take a rest period. Another 30 to 45 second rest. And we'll finish up that last one.
All right.
You do good. And then we're gonna, the next couple of exercises, we're gonna be working your legs. We're gonna work the front of them with your quads, your core muscles. We're gonna work all of them with the knee extension. And then the second one, or our last exercise, we're gonna be doing is the hamstring curls. So hamstrings are a really important complex in your hips and your low back health, and especially when you're running, because that whole complex, you can't run without having strong hip flexors, hamstrings, and quads. All right, so we got about 10 more seconds, and then we'll start on our last set.
No problem. I can feel that burn that you were talking about.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's really good for your health, your rotator cuff health, because doing that is more dynamic and works a plethora of muscles as you go up and you're turning. All right, so to come up, we're gonna do our last set here. All right, yep, and pull elbows to the ceiling. There you go, turn, good, good, 1, good, very good. 2. It's awesome. There you go. Yes. There it is. Good, good. 3 more. There you go. 2 more. Good. Finish strong. 1 more. Last one. Last one. Awesome. Great, great. Now we're gonna, okay, from here, we're gonna do some leg extensions. We're just gonna focus on your quads, your vastus medialis, your rectus femoris, and your vastus lateralis. Well, all these you need is for to running, obviously, to extend your knee. So what we're gonna have you do is 3 sets of 10 reps. We're gonna probably have you at a decent weight, is where not to overload the muscle to begin with. So we're gonna start with 60s. What you wanna do is have your toes facing knee forward. And like turn this one, there you go. All right, and like, all right, raise it up. Is that good, or is that too big to do 2 minutes of that?
Yeah, I could do it.
Okay. All right, you come up, lower it back down, come back up, and squeeze at the top, and slowly lower back down. And you come up again, squeeze at the top. Good. 3.
So I'm holding it for like almost a second or two,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You want to hold it for like a second, like a full second. Like you want to squeeze it and let it back down. There you go. Good, good. 6. Good. 7. Good. You feel it? Feel it?
Yeah.
8. 2 more. Good. Very good.
So I'm exploding as I come up, right?
Yes. And you squeeze it and come back down slow. All right. And rest. Okay, so we're gonna do like a 30, 45 second rest here.
Okay.
And then we'll do the same thing. Maybe bump it up, maybe like 2.5, like 2.5 pound increments.
Okay.
And so not to totally overload you. I don't want you being super sore in the morning and not be able to walk.
Right.
Because that's the thing a lot of people do. They'll come in here because they're not used to working out. So their body's, it's a new thing and it wants to do it.
Yeah.
So you can do a lot more weight, like from not working out.
Yeah.
But that next couple of days, you're gonna be feeling really bad.
Feel
Because,
burn, right?
yeah, because you're gonna be sore. You're not gonna be able to do much. You're gonna, especially if your nutrition's not right as
Okay.
well. So, all right, we got about 5 seconds, then we'll hop back on there. All right, 10 more reps. Let's go. Squeeze at the top. There you go. 1. Good, good. 2. Nice and control. That's awesome. 3. 4. 5. Yeah, maybe next session we'll focus a little bit more on the cardio aspect. Try to get your cardiorespiratory endurance up.
Right.
7. 8. 2 more. 2 more. There you go. 9. Strong. 1 more. Yeah, 10. There you go. Alright, we're gonna have another. We're gonna put this rest for probably like a minute.
Okay. No problem.
To a minute. We're gonna keep the weight the same. So as to just slow and controlled and squeezing at the top. Trying to get blood in that muscle, trying to force it to expand, trying to cause little micro tears in it.
Okay.
That's what satellite cells will put some
So
proteins
that
in
they
there.
can formulate back together,
See, and that's the thing too, like I'm having you do so many reps because it's called what they call hypertrophy. So it's like phases you come in. It's a hypertrophy phase, which is building new muscle, which is adding the muscle mass. Then you go through a strength phase, which is you want to make that new muscle strong. And then you go through a speed agility phase.
Okay.
So that's when you get the more incorporate the fast twitch motions and try to like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just straight power muscle, it can be an endurance muscle as well. So we're gonna get you right. We're gonna build you up strong so where you're not gonna be hurting after the race, and you can take care of yourself. Hopefully from here on out, you know, it's gonna be just building on a foundation. You gotta have a strong foundation to begin with. Okay. Last set. 10 reps. Slow control. Squeeze the top. There we go. 1. There it is. 2. Good. 3. Good. 4. Your form is really good. 5.
Thank you.
You keeping your back on there. 6. 7. Good. 2 more. 8. 2 more. 2 more. 1 more. 10. Good. Good job. All right, now we're going to take a break as we walk to the next machine. Now we're over here on the hamstring curls, which seated leg curl. You can do it either laying down or seated like you are. Either or works. So we're going to do 10 reps, 3 sets. Same thing, like 30 to 45 seconds in between. What you want to do is you want to, as you're curling it to you, you squeeze at the bottom and then slowly let up at the top. And what you want to do is you want to sort of keep your feet straight. You don't want to let them like point or super dorsiflex.
Okay. So on the eccentric phase, you want me to slowly lift up?
Yes.
Concentrate.
Yes. I want you to bring it out and squeeze it for that 1 second at the top. All right. Let's go. 1, 2. Good job. Good job. Your hamstrings are an important component within running distance, especially within low back health. If you got tight hamstrings, it could lead to tight psoas, and it can lead to other imbalances within your body, which could possibly lead to an anterior tilted pelvic tilt or a posterior, depending on which muscles are tight. All right, here we go. Good, good, scoot, yeah. All right, that's 5. 5 more. Here we go. 6. Good job. Just getting the hamstrings a little warmed up. On the next step, we go up and weight a little bit, but not much. Hamstrings are delicate if you don't really work them out. 7. They can sneak up on you the next couple of days as far as the soreness goes. 8. 9. 1 more. 10. Good job. All right, so we're gonna take a 30 or 45 second rest here.
All right.
And I'm gonna bump the weight up on it a little bit. Maybe just by 5. Actually, there we go. All right, we're gonna rest a little bit longer. 25 more seconds. Let's say next time we'll throw some cardio in there, so like get your endurance up a little bit. This right here is just, as I was saying before, building the foundation, because you got to start from the bottom up. Because I mean, how else would you, like, a weak foundation leads to a crumbled house, you know? So you want a strong foundation to build off of, and then incorporate new movements and exercises within your routine. All right, we're about ready to go. Give me 10 reps. 1, good, good. 2. Do you feel it?
Yep.
Okay, 3. I'd say you should feel it probably all the way almost up to your glute.
Right, coming right on up.
Yeah. 5. 6. Good job. 7. Yeah, usually for a hypertrophy phase, you want to do it for like, I'd say for you probably about 4 to 5 weeks with some cardio thrown in, and then we'll start working on different movements as far as dynamic movements under load. All right, 2 more. Give me 2 more. 1, 2. Dang, it's it. All right, we're gonna take a break now. 30 to 45 second break. This is your last set.
Anything I was doing wrong on that?
No, you're doing really well. It's you're controlling it. You're not letting the weight fly up and down. You're in control of the weight, which is the key component is good form and control it. Slow and controlled. When you start throwing around stuff, you could possibly injure yourself just because like your muscle is not used to it, and the stretch reflex of it just sending you out of whack. So. Yeah, good so far. Good so far. 10 more seconds. 5 more seconds rest. Finish strong with 10 reps. All right, let's start this final set here. You ready?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. Squeeze it. 1, good. Give me 10 good ones. 2, good. Slow control. 3. 4. 5. There you go. 6. Good job. Good job. 4 more. 4 more. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Good job. Good job. All right. Good job.